New Year's Eve in the NBA, we had 6 games to go through and an MVP case that's getting stronger by the game. Battle of Superstars today in OKC, Anthony Edwards versus Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and once again, SGA continues to soar. First quarter in this one, OKC and Minnesota, OKC winners of 11 in a row. Who else to set the tone for them but number 2 in blue, right by Ant-Man with the lefty finish. Later in the first against his cousin, right by Nickeil Alexander-Walker, another easy 2. This Minnesota team, though, playing some good basketball of their own, winners of 3 in a row coming in. In this second quarter, we really get to see why. Alexander-Walker with a 3, Wolves up by 9, Ant-Man's been quiet, but how about this shot to get him going? More from this Minnesota offense now, Randall, the great ball movement, and Edwards again for 3. It was an ant eruption at the end of this first half, another one for Edwards. Third quarter, Minnesota up by 6 and looking like they're ready to pull off an upset. Mike Conley with a 3, moments later, it's Minnesota Mike again stepping back and hitting the bank shot. Now the question becomes, how does Oklahoma City respond? Minnesota into their building up by 12. The Thunder responded as well as you could have asked for. Isaiah Joe puts them ahead, and now SGA taking Naz Reid to dance school. This third quarter was peak Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stepping back on Randall, another one. What I've loved the most about his game this season, he's become a much better catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Final play of the third quarter, the best play of the season for SGA by my standards. What a take, what a finish. Wolves made it interesting in the fourth, but the Thunder closing it out as they do best with their defense.
I'll get to the rim on anybody. Just go, relax. I get to the rim on anybody. I work so hard in the summertime. I'm prepared for those moments, no matter who I play. Best defense in the league, worst defense in the league. It's the best league in the world, and I know that. That's why I work so hard.
That's 12 straight wins for the Thunder now, obviously not including the NBA Cup Finals. This from Thunder Focus. Shai during the Thunder's win streak, 33 points, nearly 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and check out the defense. This stat at the bottom is what's making his season so incredible. He's almost automatic from 2-point during this stretch and during this incredible season. Talked about the best team in the West. The best team in the East was up to their old tricks once again today in LA. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. The Cavs are so freaking legit. Next up, we have the Grizzlies and the Suns from Phoenix, and look at the injury report for the Memphis Grizzlies coming into this game. Extremely banged up Grizzlies coming into Phoenix looking to pull off an upset. Jaren Jackson Jr. starts it off with an and 1. Now it's Desmond Bane's turn, muscling inside and 1. This team came out laser focused tonight. Jaren again and 1. Obviously, they don't have their leader in John Morant, but Jaren and Desmond are some great freaking players in their own right. Jaren went crazy in that first quarter. In the second quarter, welcome back Devin Booker. Phoenix cuts it down to 5, but then there is Desmond Bane. Memphis up by 8, and this was the story in this first half. Jaren no good, but the Grizzlies just outworking the Suns. Final seconds of the first half, there's that dynamic duo again, Bane to Triple J. Finally in the third, some signs of life from the Suns. Phoenix down by 4. Remember, this team is under 500, but now their defense showing a pulse. Jones up ahead to Durant, feeding Booker. Back to KD, it's down to 2. Into the third, Memphis up by 3, and once again, just no answers for the Suns on defense. Bane putting the moves on Durant. What a stop and hit. Halfway through the fourth, Phoenix down by 3. They really need this game, and KD the slam. But once again, they just could not stop Triple J. I mean, look at the moves from this man. Lefty drive, lefty finish. Grizzlies up by 2, a minute and a half to go. The story of the game, outworking the Suns all night. This was a fitting way for this one to end. The Suns forget about John Conchar and 1. Embarrassing loss for the Suns. It was a very embarrassing loss for the Suns, but that shouldn't discount what the Grizzlies did and how impressive they've been. Today was their best win of the season, shorthanded, led by Jaren with an incredible night, the player of the day for me, and Desmond Bane with an incredible night. We have to have some honest conversations about this team. 15-17. Suns started the season 8-1. Now they're 15-17. And by the way, look at the road trip coming up. 2 separate Eastern Conference road trips, but the good news is 9 of the next 12 games are against under 500 opponents. If it couldn't get any worse for the Suns today, Bradley Beal left with a hip injury and didn't return. Mike Budenholzer said, quote, "I think it may have started on the first play of the game." Beal's Suns tenure has been a disaster. He was playing some good basketball lately, but he just cannot stay on the floor. Next up, second night of a back-to-back for the Clippers tonight in San Antonio. Clippers had to battle yesterday to beat the Pelicans late in New Orleans, and now they're dealing with the alien himself. Right out of the gates in this first quarter, Wemby was something else. What a tough mid-range there. Now they go right back to Wemby. I'm not an NBA coach by any means, but I don't think you can guard him one-on-one like that. Second quarter, and there he is again on defense. Wemby the block, now Wemby leading the break to Keldon Johnson. Spurs up by 20. This one was one of those games that was over by halftime. Chris Paul, the former Clipper. Next possession, CP3 the steal. CP3 having fun with it. Off the glass to Wemby. Spurs dominate the Clippers. Another All-NBA night from Wemby. Only 25 minutes, but 27 points, 9 boards, 5 dimes, 3 blocks. He's incredible. Next up, we have the Bucks and the Pacers from Indiana. Did you know Pascal Siakam is shooting 44% from 3 this season? Indiana's been playing much better basketball of late, coming off that road win in Boston the other day, looking to keep it going. The Bucks, the return of Giannis after a 4-game absence, and here he goes playmaking to Gary Trent Jr. Today was also the first time all season the Bucks had Chris Middleton, Dame Lillard, and Giannis all in the starting lineup together. There's Middleton mid-range. Pacers looking really good in this first half. You could tell there was a lot of rust for Giannis after that 4-game absence, turning it over there, and on the other end, Siakam to Mathurin. Bucks down by 9 early in the third. Giannis only had 4 points in the first half, but you can't keep the greats down forever. Indiana keeping their foot on the gas, though, up 16. Halliburton to Mathurin, they're up 19. Game was ice cold as well, but in the fourth, Bucks down by 7, and here comes the Greek Freak. Bucks down by 6, and like we said, the greats will always find a way. 19-point lead has evaporated, down to 2, and here comes Giannis Nowitzki. 2:23 to go, Bucks up by 1. This is when things would get really interesting. What a block there by Benedict Mathurin, but then moments later, Gary Trent Jr. Trent Jr. with a back-breaking 3 there, but this one is the one that really hurt the Pacers. Trent Jr., what a shot. Giannis only had 4 at halftime, but he had 26 in the second half. These teams are very familiar with one another. Bucks win by 8. They had 11 matchups against the Pacers last year, including that first-round playoff series. Today, Giannis 30, 12, and 5. Last but not least, Celtics and Raptors. The Celtics have been struggling lately without Drew Holiday. They've definitely missed his presence. Here he is making an impact right away. Offensive rebound and assists for Holiday. End of the first, Boston up by 8. This game tonight is what we call an unfair fight. The Raptors had lost 10 in a row coming in. Pritchard with a 3-pointer there now in the second. Pritchard again, another one. Boston's threes haven't been falling lately, but tonight they were. Final seconds of the first half. Happy holidays from Drew. We saw Pritchard's range, now we see Holiday's range. Third quarter, the Boston 3-party's been missing in action, but tonight they made their return with a vengeance. Holiday with another one there, and he is their glue. Tatum to Holiday, another 3. Second largest win in Celtics franchise history, the largest margin of victory in the NBA this season, a 54-point win. The Raptors are really struggling, losers of 11 straight. This is the craziest stat of the night. The Celtics would have still beaten the Raptors even if they went scoreless in the first half. As we wrap up another incredible year, just wanted to say to you all, Happy New Year's. I wish you nothing but the best, good luck and good health and prosperity as we enter what should be an amazing year of 2025. Enjoy your night, ladies and gentlemen.